Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chris. Today I'm going to show you some of the items I picked up this week from my local comic shop. Only a couple items, and I also picked up a slab this week, so we'll show you what book I got there to add to my collection. I also got a little rant for you today, so just kind of bear with me. First book I picked up was Amazing Spider-Man number 26. This is a major event in the Marvel Universe. It's the death of a major character. Not sure why, other than to maybe sell comic books in a struggling title. Amazing Spider-Man hasn't gotten a lot of really love lately from a lot of the readers, but this is the a very key issue in the death of a major Marvel character. And they also released a spoiler variant. Now this is where my rant starts. Okay, it's great. You don't want to show what happens in the book, but put the comic in a poly bag. Hide it like some of the other books that have been released, because the cover's really cool, and you can't see it because it's covered by another cover. So to get this graded by CGC or one of the other grading companies, you would send this in and it's going to come back looking just like this, which is unfortunate because the really cool cover is below this. So I'm not sure I really liked Marvel's approach here. I understand how they wanted to hide the spoiler in this book, but honestly, it's been in the news for like 2 months now. People have known about it. It's not really much of a spoiler. If you've been living under a rock, maybe. But at this point, this is kind of just, I'm not a big fan of the way they did this, and I'm not a fan of the way they executed this. It really should have been a polybag book. So that way you can take the polybag off, really enjoy the cover. And if you wanted to get it graded, you could send it in and get it graded, and instead of having black front cover, which I don't think is very cool. The other raw copy I picked up was a one-shot Dave Stevens, a Rocketeer, big Rocketeer fan, and I thought that cover was pretty cool, so I figured I'd pick that up and add that to my collection. The other thing, this is from IDW, by the way, and there has been rumors of a Rocketeer television show coming up to Disney Plus, but honestly, I haven't heard anything about that in quite some time, so we'll kind of see how that pans out. The other thing I like to do, and I've been trying to do in my collection, is what they call buying the dip, and that's selling a book when it's really popular and giving it time to kind of settle back as far as value goes. And that's what I did with this book. This is Batman number 125. This is the fail-safe variant cover from Jimenez, and I had actually bought this book when it first came out, sent it in and got graded, and sold it for a good amount of money. I sold it when the hype was really high, and then I bought this at about a third of what I sold it for when it originally came out. And that's kind of the way you want to do things. If you can live without having a book in your collection for a while, that's kind of the way to do it. But it's a gamble, right? And you can have that book and get it off the shelf, get it graded, have it for like $30 or whatever, $30 to $40 investment into a book, sell it when it's really popular, but then it gets even more popular and the price just keeps going up and up and up. And in the last couple of weeks, I've seen a lot of major keys really take a nosedive in prices, and you could save yourself a lot of money. Like some major key, it dropped like $5,000 this past week from where it was like a year ago. So if you were smart and sold that comic last year and bought it this year, saved your money, you'd have $5,000 to spend your money on something else. But it's a gamble. Do you really want to take that time, take that chance that just the opposite would happen? You'd sell it when the popularity was really high and the price goes up, and then to get that book again, it's going to cost you even more. It's a crapshoot, really, and it's tough to do. But in this case, this is a modern book. I really felt like just the opposite was going to happen. Batman 125 came out, fail-safe, first appearance came out, and then I really felt like the price on this book was probably going to drop over time, and boy, did it ever. And that worked out in my favor, but not always the case. So just a suggestion on buying the gap and how it works, or buying that dip and taking advantage of it, and trying to get yourself some extra cash so you can use to spend your money on other collectibles. That's it this week, guys. Just a couple of small books and a slab. Hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and having a good day, and we'll talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.